Good day everybody and welcome back to Denver. This is part 3 of my Denver spotting while waiting for my Delta flight out of here. But first, for those who are new to the channel, hi, I'm Sky. I'm a small town plane spotter with big ambitions. My favorite hobby? Sharing about aircraft's history on planes you normally wouldn't research, as well as finding defunct airlines that I've never heard of. I also really enjoy sharing my video footage. Recently, I graduated high school and I'm committed to Kent State University in their professional pilot program, a dream I once had now coming to life. But now, let's jump right into the video. This Icelandair 757 has a very rich history. Unfortunately, the previous day I saw the Northern Lights livery 757, but I wasn't able to get a good angle of it because we were taxiing by on our own 757. I really wanted a photo of it too. But anyways, buckle up because this is a pretty long one. Tango Foxtrot Indigo Sierra Romeo was originally delivered to Iberia on April 30th, 1999, registered Echo Charlie Golf Zulu Zulu. I didn't know Iberia flew 757s, but I guess everybody flew 757s at some point. Then she was sold off to dethroned Brazilian giant Varig on September 25th, 2004, with the tail number Papa Papa Victor Tango Romeo, until she was sold again to Crossair on December 7th, 2006. Crossair was a Russian airline based in Krasnoyarsk Yemley-Yavano Airport in Krasnoyarsk. I definitely butchered that. They had a fleet of 6 737-300s, 4 757-200s, 5 767-200s, 2 DC-1030s, 3 Tupolev Tu-204s, and 1 Tupolev Tu-214s. They also had an Ilyushin IL-96-300, which is kind of cool. Anyways, she was then sold to iFly Airlines, which is a Russian charter airline based in Moscow and mostly operating out of Vnukovo International Airport. Their operating fleet is 1 in-service A330-200 with 2 others parked, and 3 in-service A330-300s. Their historic fleet contained 2 A319-100s and 6 757-200s. Or finally, we get to Icelandair, who took this plane on April 13, 2016. She's 26.2 years old and flew in from Reykjavik with a flight time of 6 hours and 54 minutes. After wandering around a little bit, I found that old livery 757-300 and decided to stay by that gate for a little while and just admire the bliss that was the old United Airlines livery. I honestly feel like a professional photographer with some of these photos. My phone camera did an amazing job with them, and these are unedited. I'm just really happy with them and thought I'd show them off. Here we have a National Airlines Airbus A330-243 registered November 828 Charlie Alpha. She was originally delivered to Avianca on January 12, 2012, with the tail number November 279 Alpha Victor. She was sold to TACA Peru on October 22, 2012, and went back to Avianca Peru on January 1st, 2014, and back to Avianca on March 13, 2020. Finally, she was sold to National Airlines on October 8, 2024. She's 13 and a half years old, and there's absolutely nothing about her on Flight Radar, where the plane was going. That's so real of Flight Radar, honestly. I also have some more still shots of the Icelandair 757-200. I am not going through that again.
It's really cool, the tower ring. It's light up completely.
Okay, I knew the Airbus A380 was big. I haven't been in an A380, but I have been in a 7478. Maybe a possible video, I don't know. But this thing is a flying building. I have to use the fisheye lens to catch it all in one photo. I didn't know how big it was until I'm this close. Like, okay, those are grown men under the A380 right there, and they need a step ladder to reach the underside. I don't know about you, but that's just fascinating. How does this thing even fly? Well, when I went back to the spotting area and it stopped raining, I had the bright idea to zoom in to all the registrations of all the Dornier 328s I could find, and luckily I already covered this one. 1 hour saved. Can we get a second? Yes, man, I'm on fire. What about a third? Yes, because I can't quite see the registration. Everything I looked up was a different plane, and the last one, also unreadable. I'm half joking. I love to do these for you guys, but the more obscure airlines there are, it takes exponentially longer to make. Like when I yapped about the DC 1040 from ATA, it was fun and all, and I added it because I started reading it and said, why not? But it actually took me around 3 hours to add, especially some of my text box is corrupted. So I had to go back to and redo them twice. So as much as I love this Dornier 328, it's 10:10 p.m. while voiceovering this. I've been doing these videos all week, trying to pump them out. I hope you understand. Our last plane out of the spotting deck is a little Contour Aviation Embraer E135ER, originally delivered to Continental Express on September 2nd, 1999, transferred to ExpressJet operated by Continental and United depending on the era on August 1st, 2001. Finally, she was sold to Contour Aviation on April 28, 2017. She's 25.8 years old and flew from Verneuil with a flight time of 47 minutes. For our final plane of the day, we have a Lufthansa Airbus A350-941, registered Delta Alpha India X-Ray India, delivered to Lufthansa on May 5th, 2018. She is 7.2 years old and is flying from Frankfurt with a flight time of 9 hours and 48 minutes. Well, that was 6 hours well spent in Denver. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did too, albeit stressful at times. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the skies.